Good morning. This is Philip at Kowalski Mountain. We are up here the end of May, beginning of June, take care of some maintenance on the farm. And one of the maintenance is take care of the bees and check on them and see how they're doing. So as first glimpse, looking at these bees, they look pretty good. As a quick recap, we had some nasty winds several months back, and I had to come back up on a emergency trip, put them all back together. I was completely amazed from that point to the next trip I came up, which is maybe a month and a half ago to 2 months ago. They looked awesome. So coming out of the winter, they were looking jam up. The queens were doing their job. Just absolutely amazed me how quick they bounced back. The numbers were just outstanding. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here and see what our honey situation looks like and see if I need to add some frames and take some frames. Okay, and quick observation of the hives. The outside was great. I do see some that are trying to get in that don't belong, so they're out front fighting. Open the lid. It wasn't sealed very tight, which is nice, but I'm looking in the top and boy, it's just jammed up with bees, which is really a good sign because my honey excluder is right here. That means these two should have tons of honey in them if they did very well. Now last year we had a drought situation, so the lack of water really hurt us bad. Now that we put the pond in, there's a water source and hopefully everything's blooming. Now we did have a freeze that kind of compromised a lot of blooms, which really just made the bees get started a little bit sooner. So let's dive into them and see what we got. Now I'm going to do this hit and miss, turn the camera on and off, so we're only going to get little clips of it so I don't run out of battery. Wow, looking pretty good. These are very filled in. Bees are looking great on the outside. Let me keep these in the box. Now I probably could have waited till a little bit later and the sun's a little bit up, but so some are probably still in the hive that are normally out foraging, but that's okay. Wow, I don't know where to start. And something I didn't think of is I might just have to put them in an empty box to take them back down there if I extract any. Because the cooler, I didn't bring it up here. It's over there on the trailer. Oh yeah. Got some honey started on there. Let me use my stand. Rack. Looks pretty good. Oh yes. Oh yes. I do say we're bringing some Kentucky honey home. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Now let's see what the other frames look like. Oh, very heavy. Very heavy. Beautiful. So nice, I need to take a picture of that and send it to my wife. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Thank you, girls. You've done awesome this year. And I see a little issue down at the bottom which is going to cause me a mess as soon as I separate the boxes. You know, it's something else. You get diving into this and you think, oh man, look at that honey, I just want to taste it and go, oh, that's a bad idea. get honey all over your suit. You'll never get rid of them until you get the suit away from you. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna have to do some. All right, so I've got at least, let's see, 3 frames that are getting taken. 4 frames, 5 frames. Okay. So this is number 6. It's a partial. I might choose to leave it. So at least 5 frames in this top box. This one, they're still working. Oh yeah, got some honey on that side. We'll flip it around. I like to confuse them, keep them thinking. Alright, keep my oils good to go. Yep, I think the 5 frames, they're still really working on the rest. Not bad. At least we get a little bit out of it. Alright, now having said that, this one needs to go back in this mix. How to do. Because I am going to have to literally take the frames in an open box back down to the barn. So those are in there. That comes off. I'm going to have some robbing going on, I'm sure, too. So, oh, stink. Oh yeah, nice and heavy. Alright, let's get these girls calmed down again. Nice. They are working it. They are working it. About to find out here what my next step's going to be as soon as I dive into this. And I think we are going to get a whole box to take home. Oh yes. Definitely a whole box. Come on, girls, calm down. Alright, let me pause the camera so I can give you an update on the rest of them in a minute. Okay, welcome back to Kowalski Mountain. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I wanted to do little clips along the way, but things got a little more intense than I expected. So basically what happened is I dove into this main hive, which she's always been strong. As I get to diving in, I pulled several frames for honey. As a matter of fact, a little over a box out of here, and probably 11 frames, if not right at a box. But in doing so, I found a lot of queen cells capped. Couldn't find any eggs, so not sure if the queen already swarmed or she's hiding. So I shook a bunch of bees down in the smaller box to do a split, and just out of safety precaution, I went ahead and took one of those frames with queen cells and stuck it in here. I went ahead and left one frame empty here. I need a backfill. There's 2 deep, 1 short. I put a queen cell in there with one of the frames just to make sure, after shaking a bunch of bees in there, not sure if the queen went with or not, but as I was checking, I was shaking in case I couldn't see her. She went in the other box. So we are going to get some drift back, I'm sure, but as you can tell, they're pretty agitated. They weren't stinging me at all. They didn't sting me at all, and it wasn't until I got to the end, they were a little pissed off. So I got into this box, and I think I pulled another 4, maybe 5 frames of honey out of this one. It looked pretty good, if not more frames. And then I also went ahead and got into the end box. I'm also seeing a bunch of uncapped queen cells, so I'm assuming that we've had a swarm. They might have taken off. The numbers are a little on the lighter side over here. They weren't working the top so good, so I went ahead and flip-flopped some frames from my medium brood box that didn't have any brood in it. I put them up top, put my empties down in the bottom, try to confuse them a little bit, and I was able to take a couple frames out of there. So I'm walking away with 2 Pro Nukes slap full of honey frames, and then another 4 frames at least. And I believe I got 6 frames in the Pro Nuke. So as of right now, I stopped looking for queens and just got my honey, got in, got out. I'll come back maybe before I leave and check the situation and see what I got for eggs, especially find out what's going on over here. So that's it. Thank you for joining me at Kowalski Mountain, the bee apiary. Stay tuned for the rest that I'm doing up here, end of May. Thank you.